Hold it up.
This is me, dressed up as Indiana Jones, remaking the first scene from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No.
In this series, we're remaking famous movie scenes just to see if our team can recreate them. This video is going to show everything that we went through to make this happen. So please enjoy us remaking Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now it's time to call the boys at HQ to see if they'll actually like this idea or not. Thinking about doing a series where we try to remake like a famous movie scene.
I mean, that could work as a full series, just not sure how to execute it really.
Talk to you later.
Nah,
We got one person on board. Yo, I got a question for you since you're technically a higher up of the K&K Studios company.
I definitely like the idea. Assuming that this is something that you like want to be doing, then we can definitely like try it. We can like, you know, remake a scene, post it, see how it does. But like nothing seems to do well on your channel for some reason.
We got all three of the top executives at K&K Corporation. Okay, we don't have a corporation. Stop lying to yourself, Jason. At K&K Studios have now agreed that we should do this series. So let's head into a little bit more of pre-planning and design. It's time to study this opening scene. So here I'm just watching the scene a few times and seeing if it's actually feasible to film, because a lot of scenes out there that I want to film are kind of hard to film when you have a budget of $5. Well, it is very possible to do the opening scene. I just have to cut out the cave scene because that'll never happen, not with a budget of $5. Now comes the fun part of having to dissect the entire scene shot for shot, no frames going unnoticed, and now I get to make a shot list. This is gonna, I love Indiana Jones, but I have a feeling this is gonna be a lot. We're 10 shots in and we just completed the first page. We're now on to shot 20. Oh my gosh, dude. I honestly thought this would be maybe like 10 to 15 shots. This is probably gonna be about 30. So I just completely filled out this page back and front. Only 27 shots in. We still maybe have like 10 more. This is gonna be a lot to have to film, and we're probably gonna do this all in one day in like 2 hours. It's gonna be fine. Alright, so this entire thing is 35 different shots that we're gonna have to do, which means this is gonna be a project in which we're not gonna have a lot of time. It's gonna be very stressful, and honestly, the way that things have been going with this whole filmmaking experience, I probably won't have ton of people to help me film it either. So this will probably be one very stressful experience. Now it's storyboard time. Ooh, and we finished the last shot. It only took 3.5 pages of storyboards. Now, you guys might be wondering, who in our studio is going to fill the role of the man, the myth, the legend, Indiana Jones? And I think that there's only one man that can carry on his legacy. That's me, baby! Well, now comes the issue of having to piece together a costume for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Indiana Jones, which is going to cost me a lot of money, which I do not have, and I don't feel like spending a whole lot of money on this. What? Oh, okay, so just because you see that I have a collection of Indiana Jones treasures, you expect me to actually buy a $200 Indiana Jones costume. I was going to do a funny cut where I had the full costume on, and I was going to be like, oh yeah, you guys obviously don't know me. Of course I would spend $200 on the Indiana Jones costume. And then I realized that's stupid, because I don't have $200 to blow on this, so we're going the budget route by going to the thrift store. Before that though, we have to find a location that includes a river, lake, and waterfall. and Sage told me he had a nice creek behind his house that we could possibly film at. So, he came to pick me up and we went to his house. We made a mile hike down a mountain in his backyard just to find out that the creek was very dry and there wasn't a lot of water running through it, which made it almost impossible to film there. So it's been about a week since I worked on this project last, and as you can tell, I've got a new setup going on here. Unfortunately, we were not able to use Sage's backyard as a filming location, but in the week that I've been gone, I have found a new location that could be absolutely perfect for what we're pulling off. It's got a river, waterfall, kind of a lake-ish, pondish area, green foliage. It is absolutely perfect. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's feasible to use, but that's why we're going.
Location scouting.
Here we were trying to find a waterfall that I remember from a while ago. We hiked 1 mile upstream in a river just to find out that the waterfall is no longer there due to lack of water running through the river. Other than that though, this location really works well. I mean, just taking a look at the footage, it looks pretty jungle-ish. So thank goodness that our location actually works. It is actually perfect for what we're going for, which means now it's time to get some props. And by props, I mean we just need a revolver and a bullwhip. So let's get to that. Now comes the revolver. But luckily, Sage's grandma owns an antique store up here, and she has a toy gun that we could use. So future casing cut to me having the gun, I guess. I scoured all over my house to see if I had anything like close to resembling a bullwhip. Then all of a sudden I found this guy. Apparently, this is an old costume piece from when I dressed up as Indiana Jones back when I was like 5. I think it'll work. Look at this little tiny guy right here. So we now have 1 day before we start filming, and I just got back from the thrift store and I picked up this nice leather jacket. I know it's a different color than what Indy's is, but it'll work. So now everything is set to film tomorrow, so I guess I'll see you on filming day. So it is currently about 6:40 at the moment in the morning, as Sage will be here in about 30 minutes. I still got some stuff I gotta go do, like do my hair and eat and finish loading everything up and getting it prepared. So I will see you guys when we go to pick up our friends. Now I think it's time to introduce you to the crew. This is Jonah. He will be playing Sabito. Over here we got Bryce. He's really just there for a crew hand in a very small role. Over there, we got Charles. He'll be playing the traitor that tries to shoot Indiana Jones. And right there, we got our cinematographer, Angelo Taxville. Almost immediately after we got to our filming location, we came up with our first issue.
So, say hello to our new Sabito. Jonah is no longer available. He had some stuff going at home, so this guy filling in. He's done a subpar job.
Hey, this guy.
Nobody likes you, Sage.
But moving past that, we soon filmed our first shot of the entire project.
Cut.
So wait.
Alright. Action. Alright, cut. Alright. Action. No. Cut. Okay, I'm gonna do some more. Graceful movements like that.
Okay.
Alright. Camera rolling?
Yep.
Alright, action. Woo!
Of course, with this entire project, we were trying to film all the shots exact same as they were filmed in the original movie, which posed to be a slight challenge, but I do think that we did a really good job of encapsulating the opening scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think some things that really worked well to help sell this was really just everything. The cinematography, the costumes worked really well. I think that was a big point. The acting was pretty decent. and of course the directing. But obviously I can't take all the credit. A lot of thanks to all you guys that helped us, well, helped me with it. I really appreciate you guys coming out for that long. The rest of the filming that day went pretty good. We may or may not have gone 3 hours over the schedule, but that was because we had some setbacks and stuff. But I'm really happy with how all the shots turned out when we filmed that day, and I'm really excited to edit this and get it out for you guys here pretty soon. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this, because we did put a lot of hard work into it. We gave it our all, and I think this is one of our best projects that we've ever filmed. But obviously, based on the footage that you're seeing, we still are missing one pesky shot, which we're getting to now.
Boys, how are we feeling? It's the last shot.
We can kind of. Yay. Cool. I'm recording, just go whenever.
We are finished, boys. Woo! Yeah. All right. So, thank you for coming out, everybody. Helping film. How do we think it went?
It went good. It went good. It went long.
I think it looks pretty. I think it's gonna look pretty good.
Yeah.
What did we learn today, everybody? Something. I think we learned that bug spray is very important.
I agree. It wasn't
That and the gimbal should be used more in our films. So now comes the worst part of this entire project, which is editing. This should be fun. I don't think it should take that long, but it's going to require a lot of sound effects, and just I'm gonna have to stitch it together in a way where it looks as close to the original as possible. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're finally finished with the scene. Oh, it's crazy to think that only a month ago I was pitching this idea to Sage and Kelly, and here we are now, fully finished. To watch this, you're gonna have to click on the link on the screen that I'm about to put up. I'm making it a separate video, mostly for copyright issues and monetization reasons. I'm gonna go take a nap now. This is K&K Studios, signing off.